Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Manzur Ahmed, lecturer history. Our today's question for 12th class students of history subject is discuss the extent to which religious beliefs shaped the events of the revolt of 1857. Dear students, let's explain the question. We understand that the rule of British East India Company over India started from 1757 with their victory in the Battle of Plassey against Sirajudaulah. And after starting their rule over India, after the beginning of the rule of British East India Company over India, the company made interference almost in all affairs of the Indian life, whether they were the economic affairs of the Indian life, economic aspect of the Indian life, religious aspect of the Indian life, political aspect of the Indian life, all aspects of the Indian life, all walks of Indian life got directly affected due to the rule of the British East India Company over India. And when we talk about the religious aspect of Indian life, religious beliefs of Indians were also affected due to the influence, due to the interference of the British East India Company into the religious matters of the Indians. And now the question is that how interference of British East India Company into the religious beliefs of Indians resulted or became a cause for the revolt of 1857. Now the question can be asked like this as well, that what were the religious causes of the revolt of 1857? And with the religious causes we would like to sum up the social causes as well. So now we can put the question like this: what were the socio-religious causes of the revolt of 1857? Now let us answer the question. Dear students, as we know, British East India Company made interference almost into all affairs of Indian life from time to time. And when we talk about the socio-religious affairs of the Indian life, British East India Company also made interference into the socio-religious affairs and beliefs of the Indian life as well. And the British interference into the socio-religious beliefs of the Indian people was directly responsible for the revolt of 1857 in following ways. Number one, dear students, propagation of Christianity by Christian missionaries in India created fear among the Indians. We understand that with the beginning of the rule of British East India Company over India, we understand that a huge number of traders, merchants and officers from England, from Britain came to India. Along with all these people, we also know that huge number of Christian missionaries also came to India, and these Christian missionaries began to propagate Christianity in India and convert Indians to the religion of Christianity. Indians feared that if the activities of the Christian missionaries continued for some time without any break, then one time whole India would be changed into Christianity. Then two religions of India, two main religions of India, namely Hinduism and Islam, would be nowhere. So the religious class of the Indians, the religious scholars of India thought that the best way to stop the propagation of Christianity by Christian missionaries in India was to start a revolt against these activities of the British East India Company, and the revolt started in 1857. Number one. Number two, dear students, from time to time, British East India Company passed several social laws, or we can say social legislations in India, like British East India Company banned sati. Sati was basically a custom according to which a woman or a wife was to burn herself alive on the funeral pyre of her dead husband. This was sati, but this practice of sati was banned by British East India Company. This child marriage was prevalent in India before the arrival of British, but British East India Company banned this practice as well. Female infanticide means a practice in which the female children were put to death just at the time of their birth. And this practice of female infanticide was also banned by British East India Company. Also, widows were allowed to remarry. In Indian culture, Indian society, widows were not allowed to remarry, but British East India Company passed a law according to which widows were allowed to remarry. Similarly, British East India Company passed several social laws and religious laws which Indians thought was a direct interference of the British East India Company into the religious and social beliefs and customs of the Indians. Indians thought that if British East India Company continued to bring in social laws and legislations with regard to the social and religious customs of Indians. One day, all social and religious customs of Indians would end, and Indians would have no recognition of their own, no beliefs, and no customs of their own. Therefore, at a number of times, this social class, the Indians, tried to press British East India Company not to interfere in the socio-religious matters, socio-religious beliefs and customs of the Indians. But British East India Company did not pay attention towards that. Ultimately, revolt was remained the only option with Indians to stop British from interfering under the socio-religious laws and beliefs and customs of the Indians. Number 3. British East India Company introduced a new law according to which the paternal property, means father's property, of a person cannot be snatched if he or she changes his religion. Dear students, when Christian missionaries propagated Christianity in large numbers and converted Indians into Christianity, and Indians had fear that by changing into Christianity, their paternal property, father's property, would be snatched from them. They would be deprived of the paternal property. But British government, for their security, brought in a law according to which those people who got converted to Christianity, their paternal property, father's property, would not be snatched from them. And this was considered a direct attack by Indians, by Hindus and Muslims, a direct attack into the religions of Hinduism and Islam. And Indians thought that this British East India Company wanted to end the Indian culture, Indian religions, and change all India into Christianity by bringing such legislations. Thus, revolt remained the only option with the religious class of the Indians against the British East India Company. Next, the humiliation and mocking of Muslim and Hindu religious beliefs and principles on various occasions was another cause of Indians' resentment and revolt. We understand that a number of times the religious beliefs of Hindus and the religious beliefs of these Muslims were mocked, were we can say disrespected, were humiliated at a number of points, at a number of times by the officers, by the employees, by the ministers of the British East India Company. And Indians could not tolerate it and ultimately started a revolt against the British East India Company. Number 5, the religious sentiments of the Hindus and Muslims were again hurt when the Sepoys were was basically an Indian soldier of the British East India Company. When the Sepoys were given a new rifle and had a pad which was to be bitten off, which was to be bitten off with the teeth before loading a rifle, and this fat was, it was believed that this fat was of cow and pig, with cow being sacred for Hindus, and this pig being, we can say, unlawful and haram in Islam for Muslims. The religious sentiments of both Hindus and Muslims were directly affected. This also made this forced Indians to start revolt against the British East India Company. So, thank you.